Do you feel like your mind is bursting with potential, but you can't quite tap into it? Imagine unlocking the same creative power that legendary warriors and thinkers like Miyamoto Musashi used to achieve greatness. In this video, I'll show you how to harness your imagination, break through mental blocks, and unleash the full creative power of your mind. Step 1. Let go of fear and self-doubt. The biggest things that stop people from being creative are fear and self-doubt. They make it hard to make decisions, cloud your judgment, and give you the courage to speak your mind. Before you can be creative, you have to get past these thought blocks. Miyamoto Musashi thought that fear is not real. In battle, he was in positions where he could have died if he didn't act quickly. He taught that fear comes from wanting things like success, approval from other people, or results. To be able to work freely, you need to let go of these worries. Pay attention to the process instead. Fear goes away when you're deeply involved in making something, and your mind becomes a rich ground for new ideas. When you feel scared, tell yourself that being creative isn't about being perfect. It's about getting lost in the process. Every thought you have, even the bad ones, helps you grow. Musashi stressed Fudoshin, which means having a mind that doesn't move. This means keeping calm and collected no matter what people say or do. Use this way of thinking when you're being creative. Have complete faith in everything you do, whether you're writing, painting, or fixing a problem. When you compare yourself to others, you can feel bad about yourself. Musashi told people not to look for approval from other people. He told people to only compete with themselves instead. Know that your path to creativity is special. No matter how small your growth is, be proud of it and use setbacks to learn from them. So, say positive things to yourself. Every day, tell yourself of what you can do and what you can become. As Musashi said, be kind to yourself. He said that discipline and attention are good ways to feed the spirit. Fear and self-doubt will no longer be able to hold you back when you believe in your creative power. When you let go of your fears and focus on your inner power, you clear your mind enough to try new things and be as creative as you can be. Step 2. Explore unfamiliar territory. New things feed creativity. You have to get out of your comfort zone and discover the unknown to use your creative mind. This idea was shown through Musashi's life. As a fighter, he always pushed himself by using different moves against different opponents. He knew that staying the same leads to being average, and that exploring new things leads to growth. When you fully engage in new situations, you open your mind to new points of view. These new things are stimulating your brain and helping it come up with new ideas and links. Look for things to do that are different from what you normally do. Visit new places, try out a new skill, or take part in cultural practices that are different from what you're used to. Learning something new changes the way your brain works, which makes it more creative. Musashi pushed people to be flexible. He wrote in his water scroll about being able to flow like water and deal with any problem. Being open to change and accepting uncertainty are ways to live by this philosophy. For example, if you usually paint with a brush, try making sculptures instead. If you write, try taking pictures too. We want you to push the limits of your imagination and find new ways to use it. Also, get involved with different thoughts and people. Talking to people from different backgrounds can help you think of new ideas. Take the time to listen to their stories, views, and ways of living. Sharing your thoughts with others broadens your view and improves the tools you use to be creative. When you go exploring in new places, you have to face your fears. Musashi was always looking for problems that would push him to his limits. In the same way, taking on a job that scares you can bring out your creative side. When you face the unknown, you gain confidence and come up with new ideas. This is true whether you're public speaking, learning a hard instrument, or starting a business. Remember what Musashi said, study the way broadly. By trying new things and studying different subjects, you give your mind the flexibility it needs to come up with creative solutions. You can approach problems from new directions when you try something new because it helps you learn more. Accepting the unknown isn't just about having adventures with other people. It's also about exploring yourself. Think about what you believe, question what you think you know, and look at things from different points of view. This work on the inside, along with exploring the outside world, sets the stage for unleashing your artistic power. Step 3. Use brainstorming techniques. One of the best ways to come up with creative ideas is to do a brainstorming session. It lets you think about what might be possible without judging them, which lets your mind run wild. Musashi's lessons on planning and being able to change give us useful information about this process. Brainstorming is all about letting your ideas run freely. Musashi thought that things should be looked at from different points of view, which he called seeing things broadly. When you use this method to come up with ideas, think about all of them, even the ones that don't seem natural or useful. You should push yourself to think outside the box. The craziest ideas can contain the seeds of greatness. Start by setting aside a place just for brainstorming. Clear out your space and get a notebook or whiteboard ready to write down thoughts. Whether you're trying to solve a problem, plan a project, or come up with new ideas, make your goal clear. Feel free to let your mind roam after that. Any thought you have, no matter how small or unconnected, should be written down. Musashi stressed that strategies should be flexible and able to change. Use a variety of techniques to bring this way of thinking into your ideas. For instance, begin with a main idea and then add ideas that are connected to it. This visual way helps you see how ideas are linked. Think about what you don't want to happen. For example, don't ask how to win. Instead, ask how to fail. This can show things you didn't know. Pick a word or picture at random and show how it relates to your subject. Using this method often leads to new and surprising ideas. Working together can also help with ideas. Musashi liked to pick up new skills from other people and use them to make his own better. Hold brainstorming meetings where everyone can share their ideas without fear of being judged. Different points of view can help people be creative and find answers they didn't expect. So, keep in mind that planning isn't about getting things done right away. It's about making options available. After some time, go back to your ideas, make them better, and pick the best one. Musashi's idea of always getting better fits here. It gets easier to use your creative power the more you do thinking. Step 4. Embrace solitude. People often don't value being alone enough in this highly linked world. Still, it is an important part of being creative. Musashi lived alone for a lot of his life, working on his craft and thinking a lot about it. He knew that real power comes from inside. Being alone gives your mind the room it needs to think creatively. When you're by yourself and not being interrupted, your mind can wander, look around, and make links. This process, called incubation, often leads to brilliant and moving ideas. Set aside time every day to be with your thoughts and enjoy being alone. Cut yourself off from technology and outside noise. Find a place that is quiet where you can think, meditate, or do something artistic. You can use this time to think about yourself, write in a book, or come up with new ideas. In his works, Musashi stressed how important it was to think about oneself. He thought that knowing yourself was important for knowing the world. When you have some time to yourself, think about your beliefs, goals, and interests. Being self-aware not only makes you more creative, but it also helps you connect your work with your true purpose. Being alone also gives you time to think about your feelings and experiences. You can face your fears, questions, and wants in peace, and use them to fuel your creativity. A lot of great artists and inventors have used time alone to express their deepest emotions through their work. It's important to know the difference between being alone and being alone. Isolation can make you feel lonely and stuck, but choosing to be alone can help you be more creative. To stay emotionally healthy, balance your time alone with important interactions with other people. Musashi's life of solitude wasn't about being detached. It was about focusing. He used his time alone to get better at what he did and come up with plans. In the same way, use your time alone to get deeply involved in artistic activities. You can write, draw, make plans, or just think about other things. When you accept being alone, you make a space for your creation. You can use your mind to its fullest in this place, away from outside pressures. Step 5. Tap into your emotions. Feelings are deeply linked to creativity. Both the good and bad feelings you have are important sources of inspiration. Musashi's philosophy shows how important it is to control your feelings without letting them control you. Using your emotions in your art gives it more meaning and realness. They help people understand and be affected by your thoughts. Whether you're feeling happy, sad, angry, or in love, letting these emotions out can help you make huge artistic leaps. Before you can connect with your feelings, you need to be aware of them. Musashi pushed people to be self-aware and understand how their feelings work. Think about what you're going through and why. This inner work not only strengthens your emotional link, but also helps you be more clear in your creative expression. Say you're feeling too much to handle, you could write, paint, or make music that captures the chaos. Allow your love to lead your work if it motivates you. Being honest about how you feel connects with others and boosts your imagination. Musashi also taught how important it is to be balanced. Feelings can help you be creative, but they shouldn't get in the way of your thinking. Learn how to use your emotions in a healthy way. Mindfulness can help you stay grounded and keep your mind on your artistic goals. You can also be inspired by art, music, or writing that makes you feel something. Surround yourself with things that make you feel good right now. They can help you be more creative by giving you new ideas and points of view. Don't forget that feelings change over time. They grow and change over time, giving us a lot of chances to be creative. Accept that the ups and downs of your emotions are a part of the creative process. When you connect with your feelings and share them honestly, you open up a source of creative energy. The teachings of Musashi tell us to go through this process with awareness, discipline, and a clear goal in mind. Step 6. Mix and match ideas. Combining ideas in new and interesting ways is a big part of being creative. Musashi's ideas about flexibility and synthesis are very helpful for this process. Putting thoughts together in new ways comes from being interested. You need to be ready to try new things and keep an open mind. Musashi's crossing at a ford idea stresses how important it is to be flexible and find new ways to do things by combining different things. Start by getting ideas from a variety of places. Talk to people, read books, watch programs, look at art, and read. Learn about different fields of study, countries, and points of view. You have more information to work with if you know a lot of different things. When putting ideas together, look for links between ideas that don't seem to go together. As an example, a designer might get ideas for eco-friendly goods from nature. Biomimicry is the name of this method, which comes from Musashi's idea that we can learn from nature. Think about how two things or ideas that don't go together could work together. Put together parts of different styles or types to make something new. Putting well-known ideas in a strange place can help you see them in a new way. Musashi's plan of always getting better works here. Try out different combos and keep improving your ideas as time goes on. Don't be afraid to start over and throw away what doesn't work. Remember that being creative doesn't mean coming up with something completely new. It means seeing the possibility in things that are already there. When you mix and match ideas, you open up a world of new options. Step 7. Practice daily creativity. When you use your creativity regularly, it gets stronger like a muscle. Do it every day to get in touch with your artistic side. The methodical way that Musashi trained is a great example of this technique. Every day, set aside time to do artistic things. It's important to be consistent when writing, drawing, coming up with ideas, or fixing problems. Over time, even 15 to 30 minutes a day can make a big difference. Musashi thought that practice was important. He worked hard every day to improve his sword skills by practicing them over and over again. Use this idea when you're being creative. When you work at your job, you get better at it and feel more confident about it. Write down your thoughts, experiments, and results in a journal. Make use of it as a place to think and get ideas. As time goes on, you'll gather a wealth of creative ideas. Musashi also talked about how important it is to be aware. Spend as much time as you can on your artistic work and pay attention to the process rather than the result. When you're in this state of flow, you're more productive and feel more connected to your work. Ultimately, be proud of your accomplishments, no matter how small they are. Every artistic thing you do helps you grow and opens up new options. Musashi taught that success is a journey that lasts a lifetime. By being creative every day, you develop a mind that is open to new ideas and discoveries. This habit turns your mind into a fountain of ideas over time, letting you reach your full creative potential. Miyamoto Musashi's lessons are timeless and can help you use your mind's creative power. Adopting these principles and following them regularly will help you use your ideas, get through tough situations, and achieve amazing results. Not only a few people are naturally creative, but anyone can learn how to be creative with hard work and the right attitude. Musashi's wise words can motivate you to start this life-changing path.